5 free agents that the Detroit Lions need to let go. Let's talk Lions. Thank you for liking, for commenting, and subscribing to the channel for all your Detroit Lions news. Now, just the other day, I put out a video about the 5 free agents that I think the Lions should re-sign. Today, I want to let you know the 5 that I think we need to let go that will be hard to move on from, and why. So let's break it down. First and foremost, it's wide receiver Kenny Golladay. Look, I put out a video all about this just the other day. You can check it out here, all about Kenny Golladay and what I think we need to do regarding him. However, just to sum it up and make it clear, I think we need to let Kenny Golladay go. The price tag is far too high for, well, we don't really know what we can get out of him. To re-sign him, I mean, really the only option is to franchise tag him, and quite frankly, when you look at Kenny Golladay and what he wants and what he's going to ask for, it's going to be far too much money. Too much money that we can't really spend on a guy like Golladay who played, what, 5 or 6 games this season? So I think it's time to let Kenny Golladay go. Number 2 is wide receiver Marvin Jones Jr. Now, listen, if Marvin Jones is willing to be at a certain price tag, I think we should absolutely re-sign him. The reason he's on this list is specifically because he made it clear he would like to test the market, see what's out there, see who's open to picking him up for really what he thinks his value is. Now, if we can get a good deal on Marvin Jones Jr., if we can get him in here for a low price, I say we bring him back for another season. I love Jones. I love him. I think he's stellar. He put up some serious yards, especially in the last 5 games of the season. He had some great stats. You look at him, he stepped up when Kenny Golladay went down. I love Marvin Jones. I just think that his price tag is going to be higher than we can afford. And if it is, then you let him go. If we can get him at a good price, you sign that man. Number 3 is Jarrad Davis. Look, Jarrad Davis has been just a deflation of the heart. What we expected of him was so much more than what he's been able to give us. He's just been mediocre. He hasn't been what we need him to be defensively. He's not the playmaker that Quinn promised us he would be. And I like Jarrad Davis. I like his fire. I like the way that he goes in there running and gunning tough and hard. But all in all, I look at him and it's just been an unfortunate letdown. And it's time to let Mr. Davis go. He hasn't produced at the level, at the quality that we need him to, that we expect him to. It's kind of like the cornfields in Interstellar. Just wasn't producing, so humanity was dying. So, hey, Matthew McConaughey saved the world. Number 4 is another wide receiver, Mohamed Sanu. Look, Sanu came in because Kenny Golladay got hurt a second time after the Atlanta game, and we just needed somebody, anybody. And so who did good old Matty P go to but another New England Patriot, Mohamed Sanu? Now listen, Sanu was able to come in and make some catches, and he came in some tight spots, helped us out, did what he had to do. But what he had to do was get us through last year. He is not somebody to move into the 2021 season, to pay, to bring back. I think Sanu is the type of guy that you got to let go and just say, why were you ever a Lion? You know what I mean? Like, to me, Mohamed Sanu is just a quick fix, a Band-Aid, and it's time to just get rid of that Band-Aid. Please, it's soggy at this point. How many showers have you taken? And lastly is cornerback Daryl Roberts. Look, I like Roberts. I like him. I like the way that he has filled in the way that we needed him to, especially in this last season with everybody dying in the secondary. All in all, though, I look at Roberts and I'm just like, you're not producing at the level that we need you to. The amount of missed tackles. I look at what he's done defensively, and it's not enough. And that's really, when you look at a lot of the guys on our free agency list, it's not enough. I mean, whether it's Harmon or Killebrew or even Everson Griffin, I look at a lot of these guys and it's not enough. And I'm a guy, I love Everson Griffin. I love the fire he brings. But when you look at the production value as a whole defensively, specifically Daryl Roberts, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And you can't be paying and signing for multiple years these guys that are really just plugging holes so that the water doesn't keep leaking in. And then as the holes keep amassing, more water just keeps flooding the boat. And so I look at a guy like Daryl Roberts, and it's time to move on. Or even somebody like Ragland. Like, these guys defensively, as much as you can see what they're capable of, they're not meeting the high quality production value that we need to stop some of these high-octane offenses. So those are 5 free agents that I think the Detroit Lions need to let go to move on from. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Which one of these 5 would you actually sign and keep around? I look forward to reading it, discussing it with you. And as always, I'll catch you next time on Let's Talk Lions.